harsh on comics. Like he would really kind of roast them and everything.
Yeah,
like
he was an. Yeah, they talk about him in the documentaries like he was the biggest asshole ever.
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I kind of assumed.
Like Kevin Hart's talking about him. It's like the first time I saw Patrice O'Neill, he just looked at Kevin Hart and was just like, ugh.
First time I saw Patrice O'Neill was at the Cronulla riots, and he was on the white side. So he was trying to tell the ethnics to get out.
Are we back on now?
Yeah, we're back on. Yeah. Take two, everyone.
We're going to try to make lightning strike
I like
twice.
the Southern Cross tattoo.
Southern Cross tattoo.
I want to get that on record.
Yo,
this is Sausage Boys. This is your host, Jackson.
Yeah, what's good? It's Young Southern Cross.
This is Riv.
Young SC.
Yeah, we got Riv Narak, who's being a guest.
Your name's Riv. If you're making jokes, you call it riving.
Riveting.
Do you call it riveting? What else do we do?
Racist women.
Batman. What was he doing?
Beach.
Oh, the Batman thing was funny.
What was that Batman?
Oh yeah, Batman. Like, what if Batman? Oh, it's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
You just didn't stand up now.
You know what? That's actually kind of nice for us. So it's just in our memories.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a little podcast for us to never listen to again. Yeah.
Should we just go back to race? That was a good conversation.
Let's go back to race. I just don't think it's I think it's more than a coincidence that we lost all that stuff on the Cronulla riots when there are 2 POCs and 2 white people here. I think we're... I just think
you're white? That's the kind of humor you can only get on a bad podcast. Yeah, what were we...
What's to do with, like, airplane food? Something like that.
Yeah, race is funny, man. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, race is funny, man.
Let's talk about that.
How come black people be like this?
Oh, yeah,
Black
the
people
Patrice
be like
documentary.
that?
That's what we were last talking about. So the Patrice documentary's out. Yeah, I thought he was a bad person, too. I just assumed that. Heard a lot of people...
He's like a good bad, like a funny bad person, though.
Like the Joker. Speaking of...
Yeah, so people don't know, we lost the first.
But I was talking about this too. I can't remember who I was talking. I can't remember who. But I was saying like inner west areas, like obviously comedy is all inner west, like nice, super nice people. But if you go out to like west areas, like just proper pieces of shit, but they're super nice to you.
Oh.
Like I remember
the townies, right? The country folk. Is that you?
No, just like Western Sydney. And then it's just like, I remember in year 7, I got offered out by this big Tongan dude. And I was just walking home and he's just like, you want to fight? And I'm like, no.
Oh.
He's like, come on, we'll do it. We'll fight. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to fight.
Way bigger.
Way bigger. And then he just wraps his arm around me. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. I'm pissing myself.
Really?
Yeah.
And he was literally pissing himself.
Yeah.
He just wanted to hold it.
Yeah, you feel that? Warm, isn't it? Warm. Feel that, bro? Warm, isn't it?
You know,
warm,
how you talk about bathroom stage fright? Well, I got the opposite. I need someone real close.
Yeah, you get a lot of that there. Like I'm in year 7, I got someone put a knife out to me in year 7.
What?
Like
they were in year 7 too.
They were probably a year or 2 older. I was walking home, then I'm just walking through this alley. Some guy just grabs me from back, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" I turn around, it's my mate, and he's like, "Oh, ha ha ha," and he's still grabbing me. And then the other guy just gets a knife, just pulls it near my neck. And
right
then,
in your neck.
Yeah, and then they're like, "What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "I don't know." And then they just let me go, and then they just start having a conversation.
Well, I'm still thinking about like urinatu, some like Polynesian name for that guy that was urinating on you.
What?
What's up? My name's Urinatu. I don't even know where we're going with that, but somewhere. That was just in my head. So why? What was the reason this guy had a knife against your neck?
Just for a laugh.
Really?
He just bought it recently, so he wanted to.
That's funny. That is kind of funny. It's kind of the funniest thing on earth is literally to grab someone by the knife right to the neck and it's like, nah, I'm joking. It's got
Especially
this.
if you pee your pants while you're doing it. That's so insane,
And then I'm trying to act cool. I'm like, "Oh, it's a cool knife." And I'm grabbing the knife. I'm like, "That's pretty cool." Like,
Afterwards,
yeah.
and you literally urinated yourself completely.
Did you ever think about buying a knife because you knew that was kind of out there?
Yeah, like I remember in my year, for some reason, everyone was into knives and guns and shit. They're like, "Oh, I might order a knife online." Have you seen a butterfly knife?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone was like, "I want to buy one." I'm like, "All right, I want to buy one too." I was like getting ready to order one. And then I'm like, I can't ask my mum to pay for this.
Mum, I want to get a butterfly knife. Sounds great. I think that was a big thing kind of like during that, Eshe, like, first
Eshe
wave
era.
of like lad era. Everyone kind of had, I guess what was a shank was kind of bigger than a butterfly knife though. That was kind of like
a whittled down screwdriver.
Oh, a shank was kind of like small, wasn't it?
I think most people were just carrying kitchen knives.
Yeah, kitchen
I imagine.
knives.
I doubt anyone went shopping.
Yeah.
Which is way more psychopathical. Like a kitchen knife is like...
You've used that to like chop up like the carrots of your stew.
And now you're threatening your best friend with it.
Yeah.
Pick one. If you get a knife for stabbing, like make sure you get a knife specifically for stabbing. That's what I think. That's what my dad always taught me.
Purpose.
Is it like less scary if like the victim knows that you used that knife to kind of make dinner last night? It seems kind of silly.
Then you're worried you got butter on you or something.
I know. That's true.
I'm allergic.
I'm gonna butter you up good, boy. You like Vegemite? You're more of a peanut butter guy.
Well, that's what I mean. Like,
Spread them.
it's like a lot of...
He's like got a butter knife. Like right against your neck. He's trying to rape you. And
Well, that's what I mean. It's a lot of friendly bullying. And that's what Patrice is, I think. Patrice is like, it's just bullying the shit out of people, but
that's true.
it's a very, friendly...
Because I think it's
almost
necessary
likeable
though,
way.
I guess. But he's probably like one of those, because there are those characters, like he's a typical bully, I guess. He's like that bully guy that kind of can beat everyone.
Yeah.
In like the
And that was like in a boys'
gymnastics.
school. Like, no one cared if you're nice, but like, you got bullied and then you bullied them back and then you're
Yeah.
suddenly friends.
It's all about bullying.
Yeah.
And you kind of like respect it. The guy who's like the top of the ranks or whatever. I'm guessing
Yeah.
Patrice is one of those guys.
Yeah.
How, because you were talking about earlier, like your school was very segregated. Would have there been the concept of like the top dog? Or which race actually was winning?
I guess the guys that played footy, so a lot of the Tongan kids are giants, you know?
So Tongans ruled the school.
Yeah. Like, you wouldn't ever see them get
So
in a fight because
urinate.
no one was really offering them
Because
out.
they're all urinating on everyone.
It was like a
As well.
fight hierarchy. It wasn't necessarily like because I know like I came from like, what do you call it? Like a co-ed school. And it was just about like whoever impressed the girls would have been the guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A boys' school is more prison mentality, I think. And that's why it was all segregated. Like, Indians hung out there.
Yeah.
Arab kids hung out there. Tongan kids hung out there.
Gosh. And the
Right.
Tongans.
What if you were like mixed background?
I don't know.
You could
Guess-
float?
Yeah, I don't know.
You're like a Drake. A Drake
Well, do you
type.
think there would have been many mixed? Or I guess you probably would have gone with the darker side.
Don't know.
Like, I guess
can't
if you were
remember.
too light skinned, you probably.
Yeah.
Oh, they probably could have still kept you in.
No idea how it works.
What if you were just like, is there a race or something or a group that just wasn't there at all? Like, if you were just like Israeli?
Yeah. I
You
didn't,
just have to,
I
like,
didn't
stay
know
by
what
yourself.
Israel was for a long time, I
Yeah.
think. Until year 7 or year 8. I thought gay was just a joke. Like, calling someone gay, I thought that was just something funny.
Oh, really?
I didn't know gay was a real thing till like year 8.
What
Really?
actually? What is it?
What is it? I thought it was
Yeah, wait, yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah. Was there anyone that just didn't stand a chance in the hierarchy?
Indians.
Really?
Ooh.
So where I hung out, like the Indian kids, like, yeah, just don't mess with anyone. It's not gonna-
Really?
Indians just fought each other.
Gosh.
So you're having internal
Yeah.
problems. You maybe should sort that out before you try and
Yeah.
take on any of the...
And you'd see it in fucking classical, like school, like movie bullying. I remember some big, like, year 12 kid would go to a year 7 kid, take his fucking lunch every day.
That's classic.
And you think
He's just
that-
getting like giant like malnutrition.
yeah, you think it's just movie shit, but it's just happening. I remember I'd be in a bubbler, some guy would smack my head into the bubbler. And my nose is
Would you get
bleeding.
you get like a swirly? It becomes like.
What's a swirly?
Do you know when you like get lifted upside down at the toilet?
Oh, in the
bowl?
toilet.
the
No, I
flush.
didn't see that.
I think in my school, because I went to like a Catholic school as well, they gave someone a swirly. And then again, they're doing it, you have to do it part ironically. Because again, this is stuff that's done in 80s movies all too much. So when you're giving someone a swirly, like 3 kids are lifting him up, you kind of know how funny it is.
But you know that it's hack.
You know that.
I can't believe we're doing this right now.
It's like ironic.
Everyone watching is like, oh, are they actually going to do this? This is so funny. They're actually going to give him a swirly.
Like, I'm doing this ironically. I'm not bullying ironically. I really am bullying. But the form of bullying that I'm choosing to do is ironic.
What's like a wedgie?
Yeah, we did wedgies in school. Oh,
did
this one
wedgies.
kid, he got sack whacked and one of his testicles popped.
Oh,
my
what?
god! Yeah, the school like had to do a speech at assembly, like no more of this, because this guy lost
They had
his
to find the,
testicle.
I had to find the teacher with the least sense of humor to talk about it.
Oh, the worst one. Fuck.
Teacher gives a speech. He's like, no more of this. Ooh.
All right, last one.
Gives a whole new meaning to the word
Okay,
testy
last one.
pop.
It's so funny.
I think the most brutal thing I saw was this. I didn't see it. I think it was my brother or my mate that saw it. This guy just had his arm on the school gate, and then some other kid for some reason just pushed the other side of the gate, and it ripped his thumb off. So like he was holding like the door part of the gate, and the
Yeah.
other side just came and just like
Oh, push the other side.
yeah, so it just went like back and forth, and then his thumb just fell out.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to even wrap my head around it.
Oh fuck that!
Off.
Oh
ripped
yeah, it was
off.
on the ground.
And they kept it like, keep away, keep away, keep away. It's like, no, guys, serious. I got 45 minutes to get this back on, or else I'm not having a thumb.
It's like, Mom, Dad, don't worry about that PlayStation for Christmas.
Yo, Grandpa, we're gonna have to postpone Thumb Wars tonight.
Was it his right or left hand?
I can't remember. I don't know what it was.
Imagine if he did like, he had like an actual like thumb war competition lined up that he was like really scared of losing, but he had like a lot of insurance placed on it.
And now he's got like a Rocky montage with his left hand.
Dun, 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 dun.
His parents like really like into security. They've got like thumbprints to get in the house. And he's like, well, I guess I can't go home tonight.
All over for it. I would rather lose a leg than one thumb, if I'm being completely honest.
Yeah, thumb's a pretty bad thing to lose.
He's like, yeah, what, Shaka Zulu, the hang loose symbol. You're just giving someone like a pinky.
The small penis.
Yeah. I hope it wasn't the same guy that lost his testicle.
Oh, he's just like, this is not my day.
Oh man, that's insane. Losing a thumb.
Blacktown's funny, man. Blacktown, you get some good jokes out. I saw a fight on a bus. I was in year 7 on the bus towards Plumpton, and this fat girl sitting at the front of the bus.
Because she's going to
Plumpton.
Plumpton. We're hacks, ladies and gentlemen, we're hacks.
We're not.
Yeah.
And then the bus stops. This other fat girl gets on the bus, and she gets on the bus, and she bumps the fat girl sitting down, and then she's like, "Move your fat ass, dumb bitch," blah blah blah. And then the one sitting down gets up and she pushes her.
So you're the mayor of Plumpton. No, you're the queen. Oh, you're the president of Plumpton.
And then they start fighting, but the one that came on, I think she came from the pet shop because she had a goldfish in like a plastic bag. So they're punching on, and then while they're punching on, she grabs the goldfish, chucks it at her face.
What?
The bag just explodes in her face, and then there's just a fish flopping on the ground while they're fighting.
Whoa.
Oh, I was about to say, imagine it goes right in her mouth. Like, oh. Swallows a goldfish.
There's a movie where someone swallows goldfish. What is that?
That is very.
Oh, that's
Oh no, it's Round the Twist
Yeah,
Round the twist.
and
What
he becomes a fish.
from eating a fish.
Yeah, remember he
I guess
starts
I'm gonna
swimming
become a
really
penis.
fast. Only if you swallow though.
I guess I'm gonna become my boyfriend's penis. Because I ate that this morning.
That's hilarious. And you're just sitting on the bus watching that go down.
Everyone, it was a full bus. Everyone just watching the fight, and this fish on the ground, and the bus driver's getting out, having to break the fight up.
What happened to the fish?
I can't remember.
Because it wouldn't have had the water.
I probably died. I'm sure.
It was fine. It just lost its thumb.
Someone's trying to sack whack the fish. Urinate. Like, no, I can take care of it. I'll urinate on it.
That's crazy.
I knew
Sounds
my
like-
talents would come in value somewhere.
I don't have any crazy story. I feel like you got all these crazy stories just from that.
Yeah,
Kind of
there's
a blessing.
Bus stories are hilarious in Blacktown. Or a simple one is just like this guy was on the bus just talking to himself. He had like a collared shirt on. And I imagine he came from a job interview or something. He's just like pissed off talking to himself. He gets off the bus. As he's getting off, he rips the shirt off, chucks it, and then he just
He's
walks
actually
shirtless. What'd you say?
He's actually Superman.
And he flies off. I'm telling you, he flew. It's not a joke. He
That's
actually
crazy.
flew.
Like there was just not that level of abnormality to where I grew up. I guess. I mean, I've definitely got the anecdotes from here, but just not that.
I imagine there was worse, like if you actually lived right in there. Like I lived a bit further off. But yeah, there would be some weird like 2 years ago, there was this Indian, we were eating at El Jana and then
Yeah.
Which one, Punchy?
We're actually
Blacktown.
sponsored by El
Blacktown.
Jana.
Yeah, we are.
And then we're eating there, and then this Indian guy just walks past with his shirt off, and he's just yelling or something. And then these 5 black guys are following him, and I'm thinking he must have started something.
And the black guy's like, yeah, they call it Blacktown for a reason.
And then they're following him, and we finish our meal just as they're following him. So we follow them just to see what's happening.
Because it's like the whole instinct of like, you got to look out for your tribe.
I just want to watch.
Oh.
And then
You have to remember where the tribe sat in the hierarchy.
Yeah.
And then we come around, and then the Indian guy's on the ground, black guys are surrounding him. I'm guessing they beat the shit out of him.
Whoa.
And then we're just like, oh, damn. I went back for something, came back, and then there's just like a car leaving. Indian guys gone, black guys are gone.
I was about to say the black guys are all down, the Indian guys just beat them all up somehow.
Damn, I wish I stuck around for that.
So, yo, he took our thumbs, man. He took our thumbs, man.
Yeah, a lot of brutality there, man.
From that day on, I was James Dean.
They called me Sakesh. Sack whacked all of them. Yo, man, watch out for Sakesh, man. That brother's wild.
I gotta say this, I can't get it out of my head, just the insult of being like, go back to Plumpton with your fat wife. Like, that was such a funny thing in school, actually, was like what do you call it? Like, it's like
Fat jokes.
but it's through that person. It's not even about that person necessarily. It's about someone else.
Oh, yeah, someone else's, yeah,
Like
in
saying
their
you
life.
have this.
Yeah, you have a girlfriend,
Like
your
your
mother,
parents are poor
yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like that as well. Like, it's so funny paying out a kid for being poor because it's the parents' fault.
And it's hilarious. Yo,
Hysterical.
Yo, this boy's poor, man.
Yeah, I got this joke like in Blacktown, like people would be like racist, like go back to your shit old country, go back to where you came from. I'm like, you're from Blacktown. Like you'd probably have a better life if you went where I was going.
Yeah, Delhi, India is actually great compared to Blacktown. Like, I can tell you that much.
Like you smell like curry. I'm like you've never eaten.
You wish you smelled like curry. Yeah.
You've never had a warm meal.
Thanks, actually, both my parents are great cooks. They take good care of me.
How dare you say that to me?
Actually, they asked me if I wanted to invite you over for dinner. Really? I don't think I'm going to, though. I don't think that's... So you're living in the Sydney now? Sydney, you living in...
What?
Hey, yo.
You're living in Sydney now? Like in the city?
No, I'm still in Blacktown.
Oh, you are?
Oh,
Awesome.
There's all those jokes. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, it's a mission coming out all the way here sometimes. Like last week was like 4 gigs and I'm just like drained. Like way too much driving.
You work out that way?
I work from home, but around Parramatta is my offices.
Have you thought about moving in?
I have, but I don't want to pay for rent and shit.
Too many good
yeah,
stories.
man.
Too many good stories out west.
That's, yeah.
Because, oh, yeah, I think you said, like, you're living in a good area. That's,
Joe?
Joe, yeah. Wait, who's that?
This is a special
Who's
guest.
sneaking in the house. We got a special guest.
Did you guys hire a stripper for me?
We did. It's the Islander guy who urinated.
We're all
We've
about to
actually
get
got Urinate
sack-whacked.
coming in. Special guest, Urinate 2.
Special guest, Racist Joe. Oh, dude, just walk through, man. It's chill.
Yeah.
It's chill. He's not actually that racist.
He's a little bit though. He's a little bit though.
He's just ignorant.
He's just old-fashioned. That's all. He's old-fashioned.
What stories do you have? It's just classic bullying stories, Kadar.
Yeah, just like Catholic boys' school. Just mischievous, hilarious.
What's with Catholic schools and being just horrible?
Oh, because it's like... Because there's so much...
You think that'd be the nicest, loveliest school? That's
it's
what
so
my
strict.
parents...
It's strict.
Yeah, that's what my parents sent me there. Like, this is the Catholic school. This is the good school. You'll be good here. But that was the worst place to be.
It's worse than like the public schools because
Yeah.
you've got so much discipline that you want to rebel. When you go to a public school, it's like, okay, don't come to school. You don't have to be here.
Yeah.
And so the kid's like, okay, I don't want to be naughty here if they're just going to like tell me to not come in. But at Catholic school, they're kind of like, no, you better behave. You better.
Yeah, because I went to 3 high schools, so one was a Catholic and 2 were public. The public ones were so nice. Like
I found that as well.
And maybe because the public ones were co-ed as well.
I went to a co-ed public school to start off, and it was great.
Yeah. I think maybe the girls keep the guys in line.
I know.
Yeah.
And then you just got boys running loose, and that's when you get the bullying.
Oh my
There was
God.
no real bullying at it, like co-eds.
Yeah, because if you're bullying people, like girls aren't going to like you, I think.
Yeah,
No, but they still go for it because they just don't have girls like them. That's the end result. There are still those dudes that are like bullying.
I don't think as much. I don't think as much because it's more about like impressing girls. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just want to kind of impress, but when you're at boys' school, you're just trying to impress the boys.
Yeah, and just do them as
Yeah.
brutal shit possible.
True. Boys are a lot more difficult to impress. Maybe if there's like a lot of them, everyone's trying to like up the ante.
Yeah, but girls like don't like bullying. Do you think there's many girls out there that are gonna kind of get turned on by a guy bullying someone? But like you putting a knife to some like 8-year-old's throat and be like, "No, I'm just joking, kid."
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
So you're so hilarious.
You're so quirky.
You're so quirky. You're so quirky.
I've been looking for a woman that I can piss my pants around. I didn't know R. Kelly was from Blacktown.
Oh, you're an A2. You're so quirky.
I was listening to Gaffigan as I was going to pick Noah up, and and there was a joke about when you're doing bowling and you get a strike.
Yeah.
No. He said when you're bowling and it goes in the gutter, but then you have to turn around to your friends. And Carl Barron has exactly the same joke, but it's like when you get a strike and you have to turn
Carl
around to the strike
Barron and he
face.
can't have children. I don't even know.
Yeah, but like it's exactly the same joke pretty much. It's just the opposite. Just flipped. And Gaffigan specials from 2009. I reckon Carl Barron's would have been earlier than that because I remember watching it when I was living at home. Like when I was in high school, you know?
It's possible. Have you seen the Trevor Noah stealing joke thing?
No.
Like he stole the Russell Peters joke.
Oh.
And
I
they
can't ever place
they have like a recording of it. It's like a joke about how Russians sound.
Yeah.
And Russell Peters like Russians sound like playing a record backwards. So it's like zip 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 zip.
And he would know that being a DJ.
And then Trevor Noah's like Russians sound like a DJ just having a bad time. Like zip 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 zip.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it parallel thinking or is it theft?
And then Russell Peters has a joke like being Indian is this, and Trevor Noah's had a joke like being Indian this.
I was trying to... My girlfriend likes Amy Schumer.
Yep.
Really?
Yeah, and I was trying to get into Amy Schumer. Or at least see what it's about, because I felt like I prematurely had judged her and like...
Have you
I
seen the
prematurely
compilation though?
ejaculated watching her.
While we were watching the special, I got up the compilation on my phone and I was just like, I'm not going to be a dick and just fucking bomb on what my girlfriend's enjoying right now. But my impression of Amy Schumer is just like... I
Amy
don't know,
Schumer's
it's
great.
so-
I like Amy Schumer.
But she does like a word for word stealing.
Yeah, I've heard about
It's
that.
like a 20-minute compilation,
Yeah, the
right?
compilation's ridiculous.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's
You
just...
just keep playing that the entire time your girlfriend's trying to watch it. It's just on in the background. You're like, no, keep watching. I'm just going to have this on whenever we play Amy Schumer. That's all. She's like, you guys ever think you guys...
I just don't think she's even got jokes. Like, there's no, like... There's premises and then there's, like, no punchlines or something.
Her old
It's just like, what
specials
about
are really
this
great.
and this and this. And then it's just, like, acts it out really big and, like, slapsticky kind of.
All that we're saying
what's
is she should be
up?
on the bus to Plumpton. Is what we're trying to say. That's what we're trying to say.
I never
Yeah.
connected the name till like a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, never
Plumpton.
thought about it. Plumpton.
Your mama's so fat, she takes the bus to Plumpton. Be like, what do you mean? I take the bus there.
Your mama's so fat, she is the bus to Plumpton.
Your mama's so fat, she got in a fight with another girl, killed a goldfish.
Do you think she's actually funny? Because I don't think she's funny at all.
I haven't seen her properly. I've seen her on the roast of Charlie Sheen, which wasn't that great. Mike Tyson was just like, "Fuck you, Amy."
Yeah, right. It's very. I've heard her show is funny compared to the stand-up. Maybe we're gonna watch her early special.
Yeah, I watched one of the early specials like years and years ago. Again, this is like I'll probably have to go back and rewatch it. But I found it hilarious. I was like, "Oh, this is the best female comic I've ever watched before." She's so edgy and so raw.
I don't want to get boxed into like being like, "Oh, you're anti this thing," when it's just like, no, I just don't like her. She's not funny to me.
Oh, you don't like actual? Yeah.
Like Amy Schumer herself.
You don't.
But yeah,
like
maybe
her.
I gotta listen to one of those early ones.
Yeah, it's very easy for that to happen, to like kind of hate someone, and so much we won't even give like their product a chance.
It might be that, but I guess it's just from other people smack talking. I've got that idea.
It's funny because that can happen very easily. Be like, if everyone's hating on something, it's very easy to be like, yeah, no, I hate that.
Yeah, you can jump on it easily, like politicians and shit.
Yeah, very easily. It's like, yeah, do you know any of his policies?
No.
And be like, no.
It's like local politicians.
I hate him.
Like when Trump, all that shit was happening, everyone knew everything Trump was doing.
Yeah.
And then local New South Wales politics, people wouldn't know and have an idea.
Oh, you would have absolutely no idea. I don't even know who the Prime Minister was at a point.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, wait, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's just all. It's either pop culture or you don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the thing. Like, even like using the analogy of like rap, I remember like so many people like on Twitter and online hated Young Thug, and they had
Yeah,
never
he was
heard of
very
Young Thug.
hated.
Yeah,
Lil Wayne was hated for a little while.
Yeah,
Everyone's like, Lil Wayne mumbles all the time.
Exactly.
And
And it
now,
was this big trend.
and now people recognize like he's a legend.
Completely. It's the same with Young Thug.
And nothing's
People
changed.
Like, yeah, it's just all trends.
And Meek Mill, like when the Meek Mill Drake thing happened, Meek Mill was getting shat on by like
crazy.
NBA commentators and shit.
But what happens is like even me, like I was a Meek Mill fan, and it's just funny, and you just do it
Yeah,
because it's just kind of like
they just jump on the bandwagon.
I was like, the same thing with the Drake and Pusha T feud, and I was a big fan of both. But they were like Pusha T body Drake and everything like that, and I'm just like, I think it's because people want to be anti. I feel like I have to be even
you're
more
a contrarian or what?
It must be the contrary. No, I'm not a contrarian.
No, I'm not a contrarian.
I think.
Or you just want to pick sides, I guess.
Yeah. I guess so. But like, it's just people being so like smelly their own farts about it. You know what I mean? Like, do you know that? Like, they're like just so like absolute about this that I have to be like somewhere on the other side, because the truth's always gonna fall somewhere in the middle. Had I not seen everyone be so one-sided about it, I'm like, no, this is actually pretty good.
Yes, that's why you go to like the Holocaust Memorial in Surrey Hills, and you're like, you
was-
see everyone crying and tearing up, and you're like, it wasn't that many people, it wasn't that bad. They're actually treated pretty good.
What's the deal with Hitler? Why was he so angry?
They were fed, weren't they? They fed a little bit.
Wasn't he on amphetamines? What's the deal with amphetamines and not liking Jews?
Just connect it all.
Imagine you take that meth for the first time. And suddenly you're just
thing
like,
is-
wait a second. With the media's controlled by a certain group.
The thing is, like, I had a friend who tried amphetamines once, and then after that, went down the Hitler route. Just hated the Jays. But the thing was, like he hated them beforehand too. But like,
It just levels up.
he had more passion and energy.
no, it remained exactly the same. He always hated him 100%. He just took crack
You're just
once.
more energetic
My
about it
racist
now.
friend took crack once. That's what I'm telling you. I am trying to learn about like Judaism at the moment. That's a big thing that I'm trying to learn about.
Are you Jew?
No.
Okay.
No.
Or maybe you want to learn about Judaism.
I know more about like the origins of Christianity and Islam. So I was just trying to like complete the trifecta, if you will. And it's very interesting because it's such a big thing. Like K-Dot brought up to me about like just like the entertainment industry and like how they control the.
I was reading about like how when Jews were pushed out of Rome or wherever they were.
Yeah.
And then, because they were pushed up to these outskirts, they kind of made their own little towns, and they were saving their money. They were like helping.
What about getting pushed
Yeah,
out to the
in-
upskirts?
That was like all in Western
Seeing
Europe,
upskirt.
right? They were kicked out of what's it called? Judah. Judah. Where are they from?
Israel?
Where are they from?
Yeah, Israel, but
Yeah.
the city was
Jerusalem?
yeah, Jerusalem. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I thought they were from all over Israel. Isn't Jerusalem just the capital?
I thought they're all
No,
over from everywhere.
The religion was born there, right?
I thought they're from Vaucluse.
Yeah. Oh, But then, yeah, like all around Western Europe, right? That's where they moved, and then.
In Eastern Sydney.
But then what? The Brits owned Israel.
Yeah, they got into some agreement, and then Britain kind of owned it, and then they gave it back for some financial gain or some shit. But yeah, it was all England's kind of doing.
I think that what I've read, or from my understanding of
They
it,
called it Israel because people like to do a lot of cocaine there.
yeah.
They're on the rails.
Yeah, they're on the rails.
What is it?
Am I right?
But the Palestinian Israeli conflict is because they separated that land in a way that was like, I'm going to promise this part to you and promise this part to you. And they're like living in each other's quarters pretty much. And they want these lands as their own holy lands. Is that correct? Do you
I have
guys
no
know?
idea.
I don't really know.
I think
God.
your
Okay.
podcast is getting banned though.
I don't
No, this is just completely factual. Christians are the best, completely factual. That's a 100% joke. Like, I'm not religious at all.
Jesus
Except
was actually
Christianity.
Muslim. That's what they didn't talk about.
That's what y'all don't know.
That's what you don't know.
Have you seen the Black Israelites? They
Yes.
have
Yeah.
that movement in
Oh,
America. It's pretty huge.
that's great.
Every time I go to sleep. In my nightmares. That's what I'm trying to say.
Black Israelites is when it's nighttime in Israel.
Black Israel Nights. That's a
Imagine
good
the
name for a
black,
movie.
imagine the black Israelites were just like Israelis doing blackface. That would be a lot funnier.
What's the country? What's like at the top of Africa?
Jordan,
Jordan
Morocco, Egypt.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, I guess that's the birthplace of like the Abrahamic religions, so that must be how they, like that the top part of Africa would have got that idea, right? Of being Israelites.
I have no idea.
Damn, we're in uncharted territory.
Yeah, we are shorted. This is a history podcast.
I thought you knew about this, K-Dot.
Yeah, I probably do.
Just not enough to.
It's sad. It's really sad, just to be completely honest. I'm just looking for puns.
Oh, that's awesome.
Think of puns. And I can't even get my brain onto anything. But yeah, even just in general, I probably would know the history.
I'm just finding religious anthropology so exciting at the moment because it's
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Fine.
What about anthropolyamorous? You're in a polyamorous relationship and you're really into
with an anteater?
But yeah, no, it is honestly fascinating, just where all this stuff actually started from.
How was your school? So it was a Christian school. Was there mass and stuff like that?
Yeah.
How was that? Are you religious?
Nah. So you just go in, but when they went up to eat the bread, I'd just sit down. I wouldn't go up.
What,
So
you
I
hungry?
didn't need the carbs.
Yeah. I'm on keto.
Yeah, okay.
No thanks.
Yeah,
No, thanks.
I listen to Joe Rogan. Have you got any elk, maybe? I'm off carbs. Sorry.
What's keto? Is that like Jordan Peterson? Only meat or something?
Yeah, keto's, where you try not to eat carbs. I think you just have, meat and certain vegetables that are very... Oh, avocado. Yeah, you don't really have any, carby vegetables at all.
Right.
Yeah. So have you tried any of those diets before?
Yeah, I did carnivore for a while.
You did the carnivore
Really?
diet?
Yeah, carnivore was really good.
Gosh.
So I did it for a month. Just steaks, lamb chops, and Tabasco sauce.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you trying to bulk or something?
I was trying to lose weight. Ended up losing 10 kilos.
Gosh.
Yeah. I felt so healthy as well. I'd have energy all day. Yeah, everything was perfect. There wasn't anything bad about it. I just didn't want to. It was just expensive.
Were you drinking coffee or...
Yeah,
taking
black coffee.
Yeah, that's what they do. Who got you onto it, though?
I did keto once, and then I was like, I couldn't stick to a diet. So I was like, if I just do a crazy diet for 1 month, and then I can just go back to being normal after that.
Yeah.
So that's what I did. I did carnivore for a month, and then I just went back to normal.
Gosh.
Yeah.
That stuff does work. Because again, like, just the principle of, like, weight loss. You're not going to eat as many calories if you're just eating protein.
Yeah. And the energy was just ridiculous. Like, all day I'd just be energized. I wouldn't even need a coffee. Yeah, I wouldn't need a coffee.
That's what I think it works in, like, either you've got a lot of energy or you don't have any energy at all.
We'd carnivore all day until I slept. I was the same level of energy.
Gosh.
Yeah.
And how would sleeping go? You just have dreams about being on the savannah. Chasing
Thinking about
antelope.
some elk.
Yeah, so that, like, you could just switch off, go to sleep and everything.
Yeah, it was perfectly fine. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I feel like I'm suffering from, like, sugar in my diet at the moment.
Yeah, sugar's bad. Yeah, once I finished the diet and started going back, had like a Coke or something or a Pepsi, and I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, really?
It just tasted
That intense?
so sweet. Yeah.
Gosh. Why didn't you just stay on it, though?
It's too expensive. Just buying steaks every day.
Steaks
Yeah,
crazy expensive.
Lamb chops and all that. Yeah, it's way too expensive. And it kind of gets gross after a while because all I was eating was a lamb, like a bunch of lamb and maybe like a block of cheese and water. Yeah.
That does sound healthy.
It
What
was
about
good.
greens? No greens.
Nothing.
Yeah, I think they're against greens, aren't they?
Yeah, like you probably can fit it in, but I just went hardcore. Yeah. But the first 2 weeks, I loved it because I love eating steak. So I was like, all right, this is the best shit ever. And then the third week, I'm just losing my shit.
You can't look
You
at
just
another
want
steak.
some carbs or something.
Oh, yeah. Of course. That's insane. Did you find like your ideology changed? You became a little bit more conservative on a raw meat diet at all? Do you kind of have a few things to say about like
Transgender people.
yeah
Pro-life.
your gender is what's between your legs?
What a gross way of saying that. What an uneloquent way of debating that point.
Yeah, I remember I did my...
It's what's between your legs.
I did my Raw set during Carnival.
Your what?
Raw? The Sydney Raw comedy.
Oh.
Was that like a big... Is that televised?
No, like the first anyone can enter, you just go in and then there's heats.
But you have to
And
be
then the
having
finals-
unprotected sex.
And the finals are on TV. And I was on Carnival during then and I was so hungry. I went to a cafe nearby. I'm like, can I have a burger with like, but no burger, just the patty? And then they were so confused. And I was like, all right, give me 2 of those. And I'm just eating that. And then when I got there, I was
hands.
just, just raw. And then,
Put him in each hand. Just went,
It's like, good. We're here for the raw comedy. This is what we're talking about.
and I had the best set ever.
Really?
Yeah, I had great energy. I was drinking like a vodka sodas. So it was like, yeah, it was just like the perfect set.
Gosh.
I think maybe that helped.
It gave you energy. It probably makes you a bit hungry.
Yeah, I was hungry as fuck that day.
I think there is some kind of like, like I feel people who are hungry probably are more motivated. I think it probably would do something. Oh, how we look at my time. I think it really does something.
A lot of carnivore people do raw meat, so they just eat raw steaks, raw lamb, and they go, "This is the best shit ever." It's like 10 times better than normal carnivore.
Gosh.
Yeah, I'm on this Facebook group and they're just posting photos of their raw meat. I'm like, "This is what I'm eating today."
their wives are like, look, you only eat raw meat, but you won't go down on me. And you wonder why I'm racist. I've never heard of like an actual person. That's cool to hear it firsthand because I feel like now I could probably.
I don't get the reason for eating raw meat. Can't you just put it on a fire?
They go like you kill all the nutrients if you heat it. Like a fully cooked steak, like well done, you're killing all the nutrients. Whereas medium rare, you're keeping a lot of the stuff in. But then these people take it to the next level and like fully raw. So nothing gets lost.
Dude, imagine going to a butcher, being one of those guys, and you go to a butcher, and you're just like, oh yeah, I'll get that for dinner, and I might just get like a little finger
You're
snack.
just like, you're snacking on it. You're like, yeah.
You just got like some chicken giblets. You just like,
That's pretty good.
And then just like start calling up like the ambulance or something. Like, yeah, I think this guy's gonna die of like.
that's gross, man. That's so bad.
I think that's why. Is that why Jordan Peterson went in a coma?
For eating raw meat.
Because that's what he was doing carnivore. And then he
was
went
doing
into
carnivore.
then
I
he
think
went
it
into
does have
coma.
like some long-term health effects. It would have to.
Yeah, that's actually why I did it, because I got the autoimmune condition, and then apparently that it would help that,
Really?
and it actually did help.
Gosh. Because I think it does help a lot of things. Do you know what I mean? Like I've heard, if you look at the science of it, the same with like veganism as well.
Yeah.
I think there's those two routes you can go, like fully vegan or go like more of a carnivore approach.
Like fruit's probably the worst thing you can eat.
For what?
Anything. Like it's just fruit is basically lollies.
There are some vegans that are really big on fruit though.
But
They're kind
I
of like
watched this like whole. I read all this shit about it. Like fruit just started because there was this company. Not, you know how they have organizations like the Fruit Australia organization or whatever. They had one in America.
Fruit Australian organisation.
Yeah,
So I
like,
think that's a different one. I think it's like for gay people. Or something like
But
that.
the one in America, they basically pushed all the science out,
Yeah.
and they put their own studies in, saying fruit does this, fruit does that, but it's all bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, fruit is just sugar. It's all it is.
Gosh. That's because it is technically so sugary.
Yeah,
Like you have anything. What about an apple?
sugar. Like what else is in there?
Sure, it's got something good in it. Adam and Eve. You're calling Adam and Eve liars?
Yeah, but you're thinking of natural fruit, and then you're thinking of shit we get, where it's built in a factory and steroids go in there.
Into an apple.
Yeah, they roid up the trees. Have you ever seen?
Yeah, true.
If you go overseas to like
The
a
trees
third
look
world
like Joe
country,
Rogan. But taller, obviously.
The
Like-
trees trying to hit your wife.
if you go to a third world country and look at an apple compared to ones we got,
Yeah.
it looks completely different. Our one's a bright red, shiny. Over there, they're just like dull, like a dull red color.
That's because they're
Gosh.
pears.
You learn how to pair. But yeah, Ash is steroided up.
I've seen them thick apples.
Yeah,
I've seen some thick boys.
Look at that fucking chickens. How fat are chickens? Have you seen a normal chicken before, like in the 50s? Like a photo of a chicken from the 50s?
It's a tiny.
Yeah, it looks like a bird. Looks like a pigeon.
That's pretty.
Well, that checks out, doesn't it? Because, like, why? Yeah.
People never ate chickens before. People used to eat pigeons.
Really?
Yeah. Chicken came out up. Like,
I
chicken
knew I
became
wasn't the
big
only
after.
one.
It's called squog or something. I think the food term for it is like pork. Like squab.
Squab.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Squab.
Eating pigeons.
Yeah, that's
Have you tried pigeon? Pigeon's disgusting.
You've had it?
Yeah.
No, I've never had it. What's it taste like?
It tastes like really, what's it called? Really strong kind of like chicken thigh. Very, what's the word for it? I don't know if it was like sinewy or gamey, extremely gamey.
I've had camel. Camel's pretty nice.
Really?
Yeah, they sell it at Coles.
What?
Yeah, in the halal section.
Oh yeah, because you're in the western suburbs.
But camel's nice.
Like the store supervisor's just like on a camel. It's like, my friend, it's over in that section. Yes, yeah. It's,
Yeah, my Coles has a halal section. Do Coles here have halal sections?
tiny.
Yeah, that one's like a
Tiny.
decent.
Oh, my.
It does depend on where you are.
I just got a joke.
Yeah, let's hear
I'm
it.
probably going to write it down. I'll tell you guys. I think my girlfriend's a camel. No, my girlfriend always spits, but then again, she is a camel. I'm writing it down anyway. Fuck you.
That's gonna kill on Thursday. That's gonna kill.
This is the one.
Dude, how long were you doing open mics before you tried to get some actual...
A year, and then I started asking around. I think it was only this year. No, not 2020. I had like first proper decent gig. But
Around the
even
time
those-
doing Raw and everything.
Huh?
Around the time you did Raw.
After
and everything.
Raw. Yeah, Raw would have actually around Raw. Sorry, so Raw would have been February last year. Yeah. So after that, I started doing a couple of different gigs, like asking
Okay.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, was it like a material thing, or you just didn't want to impose, or you felt like you had to do your due diligence?
No, like I knew I was shit. Like if I asked for a proper gig, I would have just crashed.
Oh, serious.
Yeah.
Were you crashing at open mics?
Yeah, when I
You-
first started, yeah, 100%.
And then you started to find your feet.
Even now, like it's pretty horrible. It's not good, top quality shit, but like I'll
what-
get a laugh.
Yeah, and what strikes me about your performance when I'm seeing you is like you've got that self-awareness to know what's going on. You know when something doesn't work, and you know when or at least that's the energy you give off.
Yeah, like I'm pretty calm on stage now. I remember when I
Very.
first started, like I got my fitness watch. I remember first, third, fourth time, I looked at it 140, my heart rate.
It's like, yeah, stop going. Why are you going for a jog right
Yeah, why are you skydiving?
now? Are you at that preschool again?
But
That's
yeah, it's
crazy.
interesting.
Because I'm sure I'd probably be exactly the same.
Yeah.
Like I'm still at that point where you're getting
Yeah, but
freaked
you
out.
see, like some of the really good people, like you'll see them just working their shit on stage. Like they don't write their writing is on stage. They'll just come up
Yes.
with shit and they'll be like, all right, shit, that works.
That's
yeah,
what
I couldn't do that.
Because you
Yeah.
can never bomb that bad if you're that good, right? You'd have a good sensibility of what will work and what won't. Do you
I
think
feel
that's
like I feel like everyone still bombs.
But I guess it's being comfortable with bombing. Like, you comfortable in bombing?
Yeah.
Now?
Yeah, like I try to avoid it, obviously.
Yeah.
Like so, sometimes I don't take the risks, but
It's
I'll
about the
still bomb.
risks.
Yeah.
Sometimes
That's
they
interesting.
don't get let into clubs because they're racist. They say I'm going to bomb.
Yeah.
I don't even know. There's a joke in there somewhere.
There's a joke in there somewhere. Shout out Caesar.
That's Caesar. There's a joke in there somewhere. Has that ever happened? Do you ever get like the whole bombing thing?
Like, did I bomb?
No, like the racist sort of thing. People think you're like Middle
terrorist
Eastern.
stuff?
Yeah, terrorist stuff.
Nah.
Really?
Yeah, in Blacktown, people know.
They
who's-
can
know
tell
who's
the
Indian. They
difference.
know who's Arab. They're
yeah.
very multicultural aware.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Harmony Day is great for them because they learn so much, and then they can use it against you.
Would they have like an international day, like a
Harmony Day,
Yeah.
Yeah, like once a year, Harmony Day.
Really?
Yeah,
At schools and stuff like that.
yeah you didn't have it?
I don't know. I don't think we had that many nationalities at school.
Oh, okay, yeah, we had Harmony Day every year.
Really? Would there be actual harmony going on?
No,
People were just singing. It was like High School Musical.
yeah, it'd just be like it'd be like assembly during the day, like a bunch of them. And then people would be doing their like religious dancing on stage, and then there'd be like food stalls.
Gosh.
Religious dancing. Like,
Hey,
pick up a
alright.
goat.
Then they had
pick up a knife.
They had a
You do the
Hermione
maths.
Day as well, where they had a whole day dedicated to Hermione
Hermione.
Granger. Photos of kids would do speeches about Hermione Granger, how much she did for like women's empowerment,
I just
feminism.
had Carmony Day. It was just a bunch of carnies came to our school, and
I tell people about my school experience in India, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh wait, you actually were born in India?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, like I remember during like certain day, like holiday days or whatever, like we'd still go to school, but they'd bring an elephant to school. And some guy would just come and bring an elephant. Everyone gets to go
And
on
it's
top.
just some fat girl. We're bringing an elephant to school today. And it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah, they do funny shit in India.
worst part of all is I never forget.
Oh, that's the funniest.
They're at work at a vending machine like 10 years later, just flashing back to the kids. Like,
I'll tell you my worst India story. It's so embarrassing. Probably 6 years old, maybe 5 years old. Went to school. I didn't wear underwear or anything. So I just wear like my shorts and whatever.
Free balling.
Yeah.
oh, maybe I'm 6 years old.
I freeballed for a long time, I think. I didn't start wearing underwear till like I was like year 6 or something.
Wow.
And then anyway, I was freeballing in school in India.
Yeah.
And I shat myself at school.
Oh.
And I shat myself, and then they sent me to the sick bay. And then I remember it so perfectly as well. It's so traumatizing. And they took me in the sick bay, and like the two ladies look at me and they're like, "Oh, he shot himself."
Yeah.
And then she's just like looking at me like, "Oh, fuck my life." And then I guess they like cleaned me up or whatever. And then
What do you mean by that?
like they washed me.
How about you go a little bit slower with that?
And then
No, put the sexy music on.
and in India, you went to school in like have you seen rickshaws? You know what they are?
Yeah.
It's like a bicycle, and then there's like a seat in the back.
Yeah.
But then the school rickshaws was like 12 kids fit in the back. And then anyway, so I shat myself, and they cleaned me up, and then they didn't have any shorts to give me, so they sent me home.
So they put you in a dress.
No,
and you
they
got
sent me
beaten up.
home shortless with my shorts in a bag. So I just went home
Naked.
Yeah,
What?
just with a t-shirt on.
You were dressed like Donald
Bird
Duck.
out.
Yeah,
Dong out.
Yeah.
You donged out.
Yeah.
Were you boned up?
Was I what?
A little.
You
We
boned
boned
up?
up.
Boned up.
Yeah.
Was I? Did I have a boner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, I guess.
Guess you little
Guess
man.
I'm the weirdo then.
I keep trying to tell you, Kato, it's weird that our parents gave us penis pumps at that age.
One to share as well.
I don't know. I care about my boy's size.
Viagra only works if I put it in your butt.
So they sent me home, And then I jumped.
I can't believe I'm trying to figure this out.
I jumped
So
into
you've
the.
got just a shirt on. You're
My
like
school
Winnie-
colour shirt?
You're
My
walking
school
around
shirt.
like Winnie the Pooh. You're in school. Like Winnie the Pooh, straight up dong all the way out. Just walking back to class like nothing's happened. Just no pants on
Is that
at
why you
all.
moved? Surely, like, neither of them were like, oh, let's give him like a little towel or
I was
something.
like,
It's just stark.
it was like 1990s India. So
I hate
it's
to
just
tell
like,
you, man, I think you might have been sexually abused.
They took photos so it never happened again.
so I jumped into the back of the rickshaw. I got my shorts in my hand, my dick's out, and then everyone in the rickshaw, all the kids are just looking at me like, they're like, what? I
Yo, this
remember
dude's got his.
I remember one girl just giving me the biggest ew face. She was just like, what the fuck?
10 years later, she'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. I went home like that. And then I got off the rickshaw and walked into my house like fucking Winnie the Pooh.
That's wild.
How'd your parents react?
I can't remember. My dad lived in Australia at the time.
That's the story of why they had an elephant at school that day.
I guess my mum just like, well, I don't know what they would have thought. I have no idea.
That's insane.
It felt
But even funnier than that, you would have been like a black dude in a porno with no pants and the shoes on. What color shirt? For some reason, that's gonna like. I really want
it,
to.
I know,
would have
dude.
been white. I think it would have been white.
White
Like a
shirt.
white collared shirt,
Dong
half
out.
sleeve.
Like button up.
Yeah,
shirt.
button up.
That's funnier for some reason.
Did you go back and sit on the chair? Like with the booty all the way on the seat?
In the rickshaw,
Oh, wait, did you go straight to the rickshaw or did you go back to class?
back to straight home.
Oh, straight home.
So I walked
I
out
thought you
the
like did the rest of your day like pantsless.
So
yeah.
I would.
They've always got a rickshaw full of pantsless kids waiting on the side.
I don't remember this part, but I assume I would have had to walk out the school next to everyone else walking out the school, jump in the rickshaw.
You've blocked this out, maybe.
Huh?
You've blocked this out.
I'm sure I've blocked it out. I would have been 6 at the time.
Yeah.
But I just
That's
remember getting on
wild.
and that girl looking at me like, ew.
I can't even imagine because I've got a nephew who's just that
Who had the
age,
exact same thing happen to him, but he's homeschooled.
and he actually didn't soil his pants. But I nearly did mine when XYZ. Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, so what's this about an elephant came into the school?
Yeah, during like religious days or festival days, like they'd bring a big elephant to the school.
Like dressed up in like cool garments.
Yeah,
and
like
stuff
the
that.
elephant
What are these
garments.
religious days?
Just like say here would be Easter, whatever. Over there would be, I don't know what it'd be, like some god's birthday or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's crazy. Wait, so how long were you in India for?
I came here when I was 7.
Whereabouts in India?
Punjab, so North India.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it like India as a country divided into states and that all have their own individual, or it's like a national kind of thing that you would have these
Individual.
holidays?
Oh, the holidays are national. Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
right.
So the main religion there's Hinduism.
Yeah.
So everyone celebrates those holidays. But then obviously there's a billion religions in India.
What about the Great Khali?
Yeah, that's Punjab.
Punjab, really? Was he like big
I didn't see
in
him.
the area? Like
What's
Oh.
the great? Who is that?
he's like a wrestler.
Oh, okay.
No. But yeah, Indians love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, he was crazy.
Yeah. It was like the representative.
That was a big boy.
And
Oh,
WWE
yeah.
is huge in India.
Really?
They think it's real.
Really?
Like this would have been 5 years ago. My dad's like, "Why are you watching UFC? That's fake." And then he'd put wrestling on. It's like, this is real.
Legitimately?
Yeah. People in India think they used to think wrestling was real. Like we all thought it was real.
You sure it's not because you were just talking to other kids?
What?
Like you were just talking to other kids that thought it.
No,
wrestling-
everyone thought it.
No,
My dad thought it was
grown-ass
real.
man.
The adults and everything.
Huh?
The adults and
Yeah.
everything. were like,
My dad thought it was real like 10 years ago.
So the Great Khali would have been like a superstar.
Yeah. Like my dad saw UFC and he saw the blood and he's like, "This has to be fake."
they're doing the grappling and stuff, and he's like, "Turn this gay
Yeah.
shit off."
Let me see a suplex.
That's
I was watching the most hectic 10 wrestling moves, and for some reason, it every time involved because I've never seen like WWE. I'm just getting into it now as
Oh,
a
damn.
grown adult man.
It's no good now. It was good back then.
Yeah, yeah. But like, I was watching top 10 moments. They were like, always climbing up ladders to get to a briefcase, and then
Money
someone
in
will
the
come and
bank.
push the ladder over.
Yeah.
You'd think after the first few, they'd be like,
I think I know what's going to happen now.
I think this is a setup. Yeah. And then they'd always fall into some kind of a box or something that was only made to fall into. Like, no one has that box in their house, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you're taking a coffin match. I think it's like a
Oh,
Could be.
yeah.
I mean, I just
The
typed in
briefcase is money in the bank, so whoever gets it gets the championship or
Yeah.
something.
it gets a shot at the title. I think.
Yeah. But yeah, back in the day, it was way better. Like Hell in a Cell.
Oh.
You see like Undertaker and Kane.
Oh, goodness gracious.
When Kane took his mask off, oh, man, I had goosebumps. That
Who
was
was
the
it?
best
Was it
thing
Umaga
ever.
or the Great Khali that like did that to Rey Mysterio, made him bleed? Like,
Yeah, that was
so he
Khali, I
yeah.
think.
Oh, yeah, it
Yeah.
was Khali. That was
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I'm like, what was that guy's name with the sock?
Oh, yeah, Mick Foley.
Mankind?
Oh, yeah, Mankind.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, Jackson. me in my bedroom.
I don't think it has the flexibility to do this.
So in terms of like India and western suburbs, where do you think the craziest stories were?
I didn't live long enough in India, but India probably had more crazy shit happening.
Yeah.
But Western Sydney, yeah. Western Sydney was just weird fights and
Yeah.
odd moments, and you're just like, is this for real?
Gosh. Would you want to go? Have you been back to India?
Yeah, once, ages ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd go back for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Live?
Nah, I wouldn't live there.
No.
Yeah, people want to leave there. Yeah. Because it's so mental there.
Like an economic thing,
Like
or
a lot of political like protesting and government's fucked up.
so it's just not stable. You would
Yeah,
feel
the
stable.
government's retarded. Like this sort of 3 years ago, maybe the Indian Prime Minister got rid of the $500 bill, and then he gave everyone 24 hours to return it, or it becomes void. So all over India, there's just riots of people lining up at the post office trying to get change for the 500.
But what's the 500? Is that like the larger bill?
That's the largest bill, and it was to
And he's like, yeah, no, we're getting rid of that.
yeah. And $500 bill gets you, I don't know, probably buys you like a what do they even buy you like?
Wouldn't you just go quickly buy something?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you
but
could
no
buy
one
it.
would
But
probably
yeah,
accept
Shops
it.
wouldn't accept it.
Yeah. The
That's
reason they got rid of it
insane.
was because the drug dealers use it because it's the largest bill. And then, yeah, they go, you got 24 hours to return it or suck shit.
Or it just goes like it just like snaps away like in Marvel, and there's whatever.
There's a
Infinity
truck.
Gauntlet.
There's a
Just
truck
withers
full of
away.
men, like 500 men named Bill. It's a driver driving frantically. Like, where do we return him? Where do we return him? It's like, no, Bill's in the note. Not guys called Bill. It's like, oh, okay, you guys are free to
get
go.
out.
Get out. Because they got like what, the caste system and everything.
Yeah, they got
still?
caste systems pretty messed up.
What's that like? You have to wear a cast like on your arm if you've broken a.
Yeah, this is my caste.
Yeah, it's my cast.
But
That's
no,
still like pretty prevalent, isn't it?
yeah, it's prevalent in Sydney. Like,
What?
so the number one caste is called Jut, so Jatt.
Yeah.
So you'll see cars with number plate like Mr. Jut.
Really?
Or like Super Jut. Or like,
God.
What does Jut mean? Sorry, I
it's
missed
just a
that.
top caste.
Pizza Jut.
Oh,
It's like the farmer's caste.
that's the top.
Yeah, and you'll see number plates with it.
Jut in the hut.
Is that
Jabba the Jut.
Is it inbuilt into Hinduism? Do you know?
Hinduism, separate caste system. They got their own. So Hindus created it apparently, and then everyone else jumped on,
And
made
it's
their own.
innately, it's woven. That is woven into the religion, into like the.
Not
Jut
religion,
golf.
but culture. Like you won't be able to get certain jobs if you're a certain caste. You won't be accepted to unis.
These
Yeah.
people feeling this like there's a great injustice going on, or is it just like Brave New World and they're like, this is it. This is
That's
my...
it. It's been there for so long.
You're comfortable in that. That's my role, almost.
They're not. I'm sure they're sad about it.
Right.
But-
Yeah.
It is what it is. You can't really do anything.
Wait,
like,
so Jut's number one, and
for
then
Punjabis,
often Punjabis.
for Hindus separate.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's even more like.
Yeah, Hindus have some random ones.
Gosh. So what your family? What level would you guys?
We're Jut.
Oh, oh, your car.
Yeah, that's the Jutmobile.
I was about to say, I saw the chopper out the front. Gosh. So you would have like, but I guess you probably in Sydney. There's like if you found someone from like a lower caste, would you
Like
fight them?
arranged marriages, like if it's a lower caste, they won't do it. So that becomes an issue. But yeah, it's only some families, like like say my family, my extended family, no one would give a shit. But then there's some families that'll be like, no way.
Really?
Yeah, fuck that lower caste.
Would there be like an issue if you like go into certain restaurants by like a lower caste or something like that? Like you wouldn't eat
In
the
India?
food? Or in Sydney?
In Sydney, no.
Really?
No one would know. Like, unless they knew your last name, they wouldn't know what caste you are.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And that's why a lot of Indians are their last name Singh. So a lot of Punjabis, so Singh. So my last name's Singh,
Yeah.
but I have my actual last name as well.
But I can't hold a note.
It's actually Manowitz.
My last name's Singh, but I've never been on Australian Idol. And,
No, every time I'm like, yeah, right. I'm like, let's go.
all right, let's see how it's going. Jut golf. I said that one earlier. Got nothing. Sorry.
Jut golf.
Golf.
I like pizza jut.
So wait. Why is it called Singh?
So you don't have that last name to identify your caste.
Oh, so Singh's kind of like Smith. Or like a fake thing you kind of use.
It's a religious last name
Yeah.
to get rid of the caste last name, so no one knows what caste you
Oh,
are.
nice.
Yeah,
That's good. Gosh.
yeah, it's a very hippie kind of religion.
Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah.
Gosh. Because I know it is so popular. Like I think most Indian people I know probably have that exact same last name.
Yeah, it's very popular.
It's a good initiative though to probably even get rid of the whole caste system.
Yeah, I'm sure people are benefiting from it. So like,
Yeah, and
don't fuck this up for me.
you can't do that over. You can't do that in India. Like
Nah, forget it. No way.
really, you can't go around saying last name Singh.
Oh no, over there last name Singh, but you can't get away with saying you're a different caste. Everyone will know.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't be like real sneaky.
Nah.
Can't you just
There's-
move to the other side of the country?
Yeah, you could.
What if
But
you
they
like, wear a
still know.
moustache or something?
I don't know.
Be like,
I only
something's
know
not
about
right
my
about
part.
you.
It's all right about this boy. He ain't wearing no pants.
It's like Inglorious Bastards. You're like, oh yeah, I'll get 3 drinks.
Oh yeah, instead of the thumb.
Yeah, instead of the
Instead of the thumb because it was chopped
chopped
off.
off.
School.
Callback. Do white people have caste systems? Is there any?
Yeah, there's a caste system of like you probably got English people at the top, Italians
Or
at
is
the
there like
bottom.
is there like top last names?
Top. Oh, I guess you've got like anything that ends in man, Steen, Wits.
Is that a fact?
Yeah.
What's your last name?
Manowitz.
Manowitz.
Yeah.
Kate Donowitz.
Mansteinowitz. But yeah, I think there is probably like some sort of a caste system in Australia.
Yeah, Indians know all of it. Like I could tell the last name to my mum, she'd be like, "Oh, it's that caste."
Really?
Yeah.
But the family, what would you call it? Like the family dynamic and whatever is like kind of encompassing. So it's would you say like they're accurate? You know what I mean? Like there's specific traits you could assign to.
The caste?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of like a star
So
sign.
when I lived there, yeah, it was. Like the caste that was associated with being woodworkers. That's all they do. The Jats are the farmers. They're all farmers.
So it's a system that works. It's just. Well, I mean,
It
like
just
no
sucks
one's,
for the lowest caste.
no one's like, I want to be a musician, Dad. They're like, no, you have to be an actor
Yeah.
because our cast is all actors.
We're welders here.
But I guess, yeah, the lowest caste.
Our cast is gay. I don't actually know
That
how.
playboy.
Like I don't know how insensitive I'm being in joking about this either, which is like a
Looking for it as a Brad Pitt.
fun
Yeah.
place to be.
We're the incest caste.
We're the cast that doesn't ask questions.
We're the cast. That's a cast. And we
What
introduce
if-
ourselves like we're on a TV show.
What if your partner, like your wife, had an affair with someone else from a different cast, and your son just came out and they just wanted to play with like blocks and stuff? But you don't want them to be playing with like moo cows and everything. Just found out that
changed
way.
him. Just ruined his.
On his 18th birthday, he gets a carpentry apprenticeship. You're like, what?
I've been farming this whole time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
How we looking time wise?
We're doing great. I'm just trying to get a big pop and then close it on that, but we're just not going anywhere with it. Oh, well, I guess that's the end of the podcast. Something about Sackwax, Plumpton. This has been a fun episode. Very fun episode.
Absolutely insane.
Absolutely insane.
Absolutely insane. No, but yeah, what's probably the craziest thing, I guess, from your parents, like, about India? A crazy experience they've ever had.
So my dad came to India before us, and so we were still living there, and then he would send money back home every month.
Oh wait, he came to Australia.
Yeah, he came to Australia first.
Yeah,
and
he's like, guys, it's so cool over here.
He's just sending you a bunch of $500 notes. That might be it. No, go on.
And my mum was convinced he was never coming back. She was
Really?
Because it happens a lot there. People just go and they'll never come back. So she was convinced he was never coming back. And then eventually we came. But the way he got here, I found out, he went to the Indian government and then he goes, terrorists are coming to our house and bothering me and my family every single morning.
In reference to like you and your siblings or whatever.
And then
waking me up.
Wait,
Keep
sorry, I
pushing my
missed
leg.
that. Your dad said that?
So my dad's told the government as a lie. He goes, terrorists are coming to my house every single morning and bothering me and my family.
And what's his last name? Can you say it to Mike a little bit closer? I think we've almost got him.
This is the ATO podcast. And then the Indian government was completely fine with it. Like, all right, we don't want you to be bothered by terrorists every morning. So like, all right, visa approved.
That's crazy.
Yeah, good luck in Blacktown.
And he's like, do you want to bring your family? No, just me.
Yeah, leave them.
Just me.
They can handle the
Those
terrorists.
terrorists are getting on my last nerve, if you know what I mean. One came home without any pants last week, and I'm getting sick of these terrorists. That's crazy. So he came over here. How long was he here for?
He was here 4 years before we came.
Wow. Gosh.
So he was on like a ship, and then he worked on a ship, and then eventually he went to Greece and Germany, and then he somehow ended up here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gosh.
He just wakes up like a hangover and just, it's just like a kangaroo and he's like...
He's on Cronulla Beach. There's a white guy
He's in
looking over him.
Blacktown getting rolled.
There's a goldfish on the floor. He's got no thumbs.
He wakes up covered in blood and he just picks up like a wallet and opens it up and it says, Mr. Wayne.
And there's some kids on the ground while he's asleep. Just
He's just getting peed on by another kid.
And then, yeah. All right, well, I guess that's it, fellas. Guess we wrap it there.
Woo!
It's been a fun one. Thanks for coming on, Riv.
Yeah, seriously.
Good time. We'd love to have you back. It was
Yeah,
I'll come back.
We've got so many more stories. Like, I can't wait to even get deeper.
Are you going to do a
into
spot
stuff.
tonight?
I was thinking of just going to watch at Harry's. You can sign up on the spot and do a spot if you guys want to do it.
I might hit it up next week, I'm thinking.
'Cause
Harry's, where's Harry's?
Surrey Hills.
Salta.
Yeah, I was thinking of going past just to watch. See
Yeah.
who's there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right. We're going
Come
to be...
down if you guys want. I'm driving up.
Right.
Ooh. Maybe. Think about it. Anyway, yeah, thanks for coming on and everything. Thanks for producing, Noah.
Cheers, Noah.
Thank you.
Get in the Jutmobile. Let's head down to Harry's.
Peace.
Peace.
See ya.